We got a few things going on in the market which is contributing to Bitcoin flexing its power. I made a video, I believe it was my last video, and a lot of people in the comments thought I was just bearish. I'm not per se bearish, and if you focus on weekly time frames, they usually take 2 to 4 weeks to actually play out. So when I see weakness in the market, as a person that talks about crypto, it's my job to pinpoint these weaknesses and explain to you why I believe that they are weaknesses in the market. Do I believe the bear market starts tomorrow or crypto is over? Absolutely not. There are a lot of positive things going into crypto. But one thing about the novice person that gets into crypto, they don't understand that crypto goes up and it goes down. And those moves, when people say that, they don't actually give any context. Those moves can be very, very volatile. In this video, we're going to be talking about the potential catalyst that we need to kind of like get out of this rift for specifically altcoins, why Bitcoin is stealing liquidity, and pretty much my forecast headed into January 20th, 2025. If you don't know what that is the inauguration of President Trump, and pretty much where I think crypto goes from there. Please hit the like, subscribe. It's very important that we pump out these videos of the transparent YouTubers, the people that's out there that's giving you the real. It's really putting you in a position to have a prepared strategy, whether it be entering or exiting, right? Proper preparation prevents a poor performance. So my name is Crypto Millie. Make sure that you let me know in the comments, are you bullish, are you bearish? I love to hear everybody's opinion, but let's get into this video. There's no question that AI agents are the hottest narrative in crypto. Literally yesterday I spent hours going across the market, and most of the tokens that were either being created or pumping, whether they're pumping or dumping, were AI agents or something that had to do with AI and memes. So we're kind of like moving away from the whole justice narrative. I've also seen a value from meme coins start to tailor off, and we're also starting to see that kind of, you know, lack of thereof retail, right? If we just swing to the Coinbase rankings, you can see just November, a month ago, right, things were going up as far as these rankings. When we're talking about these crypto apps, they were going up very, very fast. But as of late, they kind of like slowed down, right? So in my head, this is what this tells me in my head, right? I'm looking at it like this. We're around the holidays. We have a CPI, maybe, well, excuse me, not CPI. We have a Fed meeting, right, where they're potentially cutting the rates, right? Yet inflation, stuff like PPI, CPI, is still going up. On top of that, we have the DXY still going up. So I think we're at that area of the market where people don't know if they actually want to put money into crypto. Maybe they're already overextended in crypto and they're waiting for the pump. And it's the holidays, right? So around the holidays, people spend time with family. They go on vacation. They spend fiat, right? They spend money. They're not looking to spend their crypto, and they're definitely not looking to buy any crypto. So we're kind of like in that gray area right before the holidays. And that's probably why we're starting to see a lack of volume here in the crypto space. But a elephant in the room would also be the dilution of a lot of these cryptocurrencies, because and I talked about this with EA on his live stream, right? There is a warning out there that meme coins maybe won't hit these crazy evaluations that a lot of people believe because of the meme dilution, right? It's so easy to get on fandom and buy a meme coin sub $1 million market cap, just as easy as it is to go on a centralized exchange and buy a meme coin at a $100 million market cap. But the thing is, people need to decipher what type of investor they are and if they're able to manage that risk, right? The thing about buying those micro cap or those low cap meme coins is that they carry a lot of risk, and something that's actually listed on the exchanges have been through pretty much the on-chain analysis. So even though there's still risk there, it's not as much risk, right? And if you're getting into crypto and you're new, you probably don't want to take on that type of risk unless you do your research and you have an understanding how it is to buy cryptocurrency in a decentralized fashion. So I really think the thorn in the side for meme coins could specifically be the dilution, meaning so many different meme coins. The thing about utility tokens is that you can separate yourself from the masses. If there's any competition, maybe you can do something better than the next. You can offer a service, maybe a everyday use case than your competitor. So utility, in my opinion, gives it's kind of like that peanut butter in your mouth. It gives you, it gives something that sticks, right? What we would call substance behind a project. And what we need to be doing right now while things are cooling off is finding the projects that have the most substance. But just over the last 48 hours, a lot of my research has been around AI agents, right? It seems like what we're seeing from AI agents is the new age website, right? So instead of like, utilizing search engines, Googles, or going to white papers or websites, you can just simply head over to X and interact with the AI agent. And even with X, right? You look at it like Chat GPT, Grok, and things like that. You really don't need a search engine this day. Everything is per se on chain on the platform. So it's going to be interesting, right, to see how Web3 starts to push, those Web2 factors away. And we're already starting to see it with AI agents, right? So is it stealing some of the spotlight? Yes. But at some point, these AI agents and even the AI narrative will cool off. So your focus should be on narratives that are strong if you're DCAing, but haven't started to catch on as far as the liquidity just yet. Because in this cycle, from what I've noticed, all the narratives don't just pop off at the same time. They pop off in sector. One week, hey, it might be gaming. The next week, it might be AI. The next week, it might be RWA. So as long as you got a well-balanced portfolio, which is, I think, could be your best friend in this type of market, you should do well. I'm also seeing the media push this narrative, right? They're kind of like opening up to BTC. And when the media covers Bitcoin, it kind of scares me, right? It really sends top signal vibes. So if you go across the media, everybody's giving these price predictions for Bitcoin. But when I look at my model and the history of these cycles, right? Once Bitcoin breaks the pi cycle top indicator, right? There's literally 2 to 6 months left of the parabolic phase. And my question is, how high will Bitcoin really go? So you can't really guess. The media right now is really pushing this thing, right? We got so many different like hedge funds, VC capital companies, and entities coming out and saying their price targets for Bitcoin. And it's kind of reminded me of when Elon Musk was shilling Dogecoin and everybody thought Dogecoin was going to $1. So I think now people are kind of like raising those price points and they're saying, well, hey, Bitcoin can hit 160,000. Bitcoin can hit 200,000. I like to focus here on the history of the charts, right? And if we go here to BTC, the history tells me we tap the trend line and we go for the double top, right? Our trend lines have us reaching anywhere between 110,000 and 125,000. If Bitcoin goes above that, congratulations, altcoins will go crazy. But I think that it's important to have realistic expectations in this market, especially if you're just getting into this market, right? We've also seen, we go to the sector performance, like AI, meme coins, a lot of these sectors are starting to get really thrashed, right? And the sector that's actually doing good is L1 and oracles, right? So it's just right now, it's just a really crazy market. And I'm just seeing lack of strength, right, on the weekly charts. Now, what you want to see, right? This is what you want to see, right? This is the bull thesis here, right? If you go here to the stock RSI, you see this yellow line that I have imprinted here. You want to see the stock RSI bounce off this yellow line and stay in the overbought territory. I truly believe if the stock RSI breaks this yellow line and heads into bearish momentum, we can see a nice correction from altcoins, right? And you can see even on the total 3, if we go here to, even on the others chart, you're seeing almost the identical pattern here from the stock RSI. Even if it bounced here at 81 and ends up being a maybe head and shoulders pattern, in my opinion, that's okay because this is the weekly time frame. So as long as we can hang up here in an overbought area for 30 to 60 days, you're going to see a nice move here from the altcoins. If we do break this line here, things could get really shaky for altcoins, and we're talking about corrections of 30 to 50%. We're also starting to see BTC kind of suck that liquidity out the market, sitting here at an all-time high of 106,000. Now, I am not surprised because I told you guys, go watch the video. I said there is a magnet, and you guys can go watch these videos. I said that there is a magnet at 105,000 on the Bitcoin liquidation chart. So I'm not surprised here that we've seen Bitcoin reach 105,000. I will say this on the daily, it's a good chance that Bitcoin comes to retest 102,000 because that's where a bulk of the liquidity is, looking to wreck the people that's longing 105,000. Now, this is not like it will happen. I want to make that clear, but there is a good chance it will happen, and the liquidation heat map has been pretty accurate, right? I'm just going off the heat map, right? This is not something I'm creating in my own head. I'm going off the heat map, and the heat map has been a little bit accurate. The thing about it is the bull hopium here is we're headed into a pro crypto house, right? And we actually don't know what Trump will say. But I will say this. On the weekly here, we don't have much liquidity bubbles on either side. So as far as the weekly, we could continue to go up, right? We could head up to 110,000. We could head up to 115,000. But depending on the nature of this FOMC meeting that we get in 2 days will determine how much that will affect altcoins, right? Because even if Bitcoin is going up and Bitcoin dominance is going up, that can also affect the altcoins, which tell me again that altcoins could be in for correction as BTC did get the stock RSI cross. No confirmation yet above 20, but we do have a little bit of strength here with the DXY. So when you couple the fact that we got Fed meeting in a couple days, the DXY is still going up. It's looking to top out, and hopefully we do get that top out. And Tether dominance is going up with the fact that Bitcoin dominance is going up. It could spell a little bit of trouble and a correction for your altcoins within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So take that with a grain of salt. You can use these opportunities, guys, to kind of like pick your spots into in the market. And my thing is, I gotta be transparent. I gotta be clear with you guys, right? I've been buying crypto for a few years right now. So my time frame of taking profits, what I'm willing to leave on the table, is totally different from a person that's just getting into crypto. And it's important for YouTubers to say this, right? It's really, really like a disclosure, because you can't, base your strategy upon someone that's already been in crypto for 2 to 3 years, that's already been buying in the depths of the market, the depths of the bear market. So as a new person getting into crypto, I'm gonna just go off my story. I personally had to accept that getting in the later stages of the cycles, I could possibly take a loss. But don't get me wrong here. There's going to be opportunities. There's going to be windows. There's going to be things that actually absolutely explode. And hey, there's going to be people that get lucky and pick the right coin at the right time. That happens. And the thing is, time in the market, right, outweighs trying to time the market. So as long as you have skin in the game, at some point you will see your portfolio start to rise, guys. So again, this is not a bearish video. This is a video just pointing out that there are some lack of strength. And what we want to find out, guys, is what's going to be the narrative. What's going to be the next narrative that's going to push altcoins and Bitcoin past these limits, right, into the uncharted territory? Could it be this Bitcoin strategic reserve? Because that's really all I see, right? Though we did get a bullish cross here. We did get a bullish cross here on Ethereum, which is pretty good. So this could be a nice move from Ethereum. But I think the one catalyst that could send us to the moon is Trump coming out here and having a bullish conference during this inauguration. If he comes out here and says, hey, we're buying this much Bitcoin. You're going to have to expect countries to front run it, what they're already talking about it in other countries. You're going to have to expect whales, big traders, big accounts, some of these ETF, a lot of BlackRock to front run any Bitcoin strategic reserve. So that's the number one catalyst. You got ARK Investor CEO Kathy Wood predicting Bitcoin will reach 1.5 million by 2030. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 103,000. So those are the catalysts. It's not even catalyst. It's one catalyst, and it's all being put on the shoulders of President Trump and how he will deliver this pretty much pitch deck to the world, where we can finally accept Bitcoin and even cryptocurrency. Really trying to figure out what the next catalyst is going to be, because if we don't get that catalyst, the dilution is going to be the thorn in our side, right? People consistently dropping new tokens, consistently dropping new platforms, and what that does is that pretty much takes the liquidity from and it's not even the older platforms, right? I talked about this on live stream. Me and AEA talked about it. It's like, the tokens that we might be talking about 6 months, the tokens we were talking about 6 months ago, we might not be talking about today, right? The tokens that we're talking about today, we might not be talking about 6 months from now, because there has been so much dilution in the cryptocurrency world. So, guys, let me know what y'all think about that. And also let me know what you think about this post here, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and close out the show for today. But there was a post that a lot of people was kind of like commenting here, and I want to know you guys' comments, right? So this was from an anonymous person just talking about the state of crypto, and this is what they said. It says, you are what they refer as useful idiots. Cryptocurrency is the biggest psyop in human history. They know people would eventually fear inflation and abandon fiat money, so they created an alternative that would help absorb the capital flight but do nothing to harm the system. That something is crypto. Remember the motto: you'll own nothing and you will be happy. Every immaterial fiat dollar you exchange for immaterial crypto is wasted ammunition you could have used to fight banking. They don't want you to own gold, silver, oil, farmland. They want you to own nothing, i.e. cryptos and NFTs, and live in the metaverse. You are literally further engulfing yourself in the matrix. Unplug yourself and become a commodities Chad. I would love to know everybody's opinion on this statement here. And guys, let me know how you feel about the state of cryptocurrency and this statement made by this Anon. It's your boy Crypto Millie, and I'll see you in the next one.